Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, my name is Madeline. I post all about health and fitness stuff here on TikTok and also on Instagram. If you don't follow me on those platforms, definitely check them out. But I really wanted to do this video just because I get so many questions in general about me, how I got into not only creating content on here and being a content creator, how I got into health and fitness, my journey, and just more about me really. So I wanted to do a little bit of a Q&A and answer a ton of questions that I get. So let's just go through it and start off. I kind of want to just talk about, I guess, how I got here and like my previous life before I started making content and what really led me to this point, which is me being like an accounting student, which so many people are just like, how did this happen? How did you get here? What's your past? Everything like that. So first of all, I'm 27 years old. I feel like everybody thinks I'm in my early 20s, taking it as a compliment. I feel like I have such a baby face, but I am 27. I started working out about 10, 11 years ago, and I got into it when I was just about to finish high school. And I think it was because I saw, first of all, working out, I saw a lot of girls online that were like really muscular and built. They had like abs, biceps, glutes, and I really wanted that look. And I wasn't really educated, to be honest. I started doing like little at-home workouts and I wasn't really getting the results that they were getting until I realized, and I also discovered YouTube videos like this and workout videos that they're weight training in the gym and all these things I'd heard about as growing up, I guess, and from other people and from the media and whatever, that, you know, I didn't want to look too masculine. I didn't want to grow like huge muscles, but I learned the more I educated myself that that's just not physically possible for females. We don't have the hormones to do that, and also it's extremely impressive if you do look that way, and it takes so long. And considering I've been working out, you know, 10, 11 years, and I feel like I still have such a feminine body, like I could build so much more muscle than what I have, just goes to show how difficult it is. So once I realized that, that's when I started getting into the gym, and that would have been like 17-ish, and I fell in love with it. I wanted to know more about like health and what to eat, because I knew you had to eat protein, and I knew I wasn't eating the right things because I wasn't like fully educated on that. But I think when people ask me about like, you're so passionate about health and clean eating and whole foods and all these things, like where did that kind of stem from? But actually I do think that a lot of it has been like my family health history. So I've had my brother and my dad actually pass away from health problems, and my mum suffered from breast cancer as well, and she beat her like cancer and everything. She's fully clear, and she really prioritized her health in those years and after. And I think I saw her do that and really look after herself and want to be healthier so that she wouldn't have to go through any of like this. And not saying that, you know, being healthy prevents these things, like sometimes it just happens. But I think if I know that these things contribute to it, it was one of those things that I saw her, and I prioritized health in that way of just feeling really good in my body and not taking it for granted. And if we have the choice to eat these really healthy foods and nurture our body and move our body, it's such a blessing. Like I want to, you know, do that to the best of my ability, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that really got me into it, and really made me want to share my journey and share about getting into going to the gym and eating healthy and recipes and everything like that, because I saw it as such like an opportunity to inspire other people to hopefully do the same thing, because I did see people in my life not do that. So yeah, I wanted to be like that positive influence, but also keep me accountable. So I think I was posting just really for fun. Like I always wanted people to see it, and I always wanted people to be inspired by it, but it was never like in high school, it was never something that I was, you know, thought it was going to be like my full ass career. I would have absolutely dreamed and hoped of it. Like everything that I have now is exactly what I wanted to be, but I did go into it not with those expectations. So I actually graduated school, and I also graduated university. I studied a business degree, and I have a bachelor in business with a major in accounting, and I do not use it. I graduated And I turned to my mom and I said, I never want to be an accountant. Like, this degree taught me that I hate accounting. And she said, that's okay. And you know what? I am so grateful for the degree anyway, because it taught me so much discipline and self-motivation, because universities in Australia, like if you're not from Australia, you don't know about, and I don't know about the States. I know there's college and you live on site and it's very like party and everything. That was not like where I went. So I didn't live on campus. There wasn't any like university parties or anything. I didn't go. I was literally just at university 6 days a week studying, really. I literally just passed. Yeah, I wasn't like a crazy A student or anything. I did find school very, very difficult. So if anything, like, I am grateful for it, because it really taught me that I can, if I put my mind to something, I can do it. And me graduating that and accomplishing that was just enough to really set me into the world and be like, I can do whatever I set my mind to. So yes, I did. People asking in school if I did any sport, and no, like I did dance for 10 years. I did all of the girly stuff. I did like gymnastics and cheerleading and did that competitively, but I always just wanted to do it for fun. It was never that serious for me. And anything with a ball, no. So PE, I was always out. I also hated running. Considering I was so conscious about health, I hated sport. But I think it's just because I was dancing so much after school. I was like, I don't need PE in the middle of my day. Like, this is my resting time. But yeah, so that's a little bit of backstory about, like, I guess my health. So I was naturally already in good shape and like exercising and moving my body as like a young kid, because I was always dancing. But everybody asks like how I got into content creating, influencing, and what my job is and everything like that. So essentially I graduated my degree and I didn't want to do that. So I was looking at other opportunities. I got an opportunity to be a part of a company where I would share and recommend health supplements, and pretty much they would teach me how to prescribe them to people depending on their needs. And that's actually still what I do to this day. So I was obsessed with supplements, and I saw this company, absolutely loved them, had been using the company for had been purchasing from the company for like 10 years prior to that, whether it was nutritional, whether it wasn't, even if it was just like the lip gloss my mum gave me from this company. Fun fact, they did makeup and skincare, and when I was dancing in, like when I was doing my dance comps, they had makeup that was really clean and non-toxic, and my mum loved that stuff because of our health. Like, my mum was super into health. So that was where I was really introduced to the company. Then I found out they had nutrition products, that there was this opportunity to sell them and see if I could work off commission and sales and do that. And it really worked for me. I didn't have any social media following though or anything. It was just something that was so flexible, so great, and allowed me to have my passion for health, but also use my skills that I kind of got from university in terms of business and marketing and everything like that. So that was really great, and that's what kind of threw me into this on accident, was because I was really I was posting about it, I was using social media, and then all of a sudden I was kind of like a fitness influencer. So it was this weird trail that kind of led me to be like a fitness influencer, I guess. And then I wasn't even really posting my workouts. I was just posting that I was going to the gym. And then DFYNE messaged me and they were like, look, we know that you don't post necessarily workout videos, but we know you go to the gym and you promote a healthy lifestyle. Would you want to promote the brand? And the brand was very young at the time. It didn't have a ton of followers. I barely knew some of the girls that promoted it. And it was my first opportunity to get free activewear and be, and maybe potentially get paid for having a discount code and stuff like that. And I'd never had that opportunity before. So I was like, you know what, this could be such a good entry point, even if, it doesn't accumulate to anything. And then now DFYNE is huge. So it was crazy opportunity that just fell into my lap. And then I started posting fitness videos because they were like, we would love to see you post this kind of stuff. And I think people really want to see it. And it was so nice because they saw the potential in me and what I could create for the brand, but also for myself. And I feel like I owe them a lot because they really pushed me in that direction, which is so beautiful. So that's how I got into DFYNE. And then people were asking a lot of questions about DFYNE, so I will cover all of that as well. But tips on like starting to be like a content creator or influencer, people want to know how to make money online and everything. Network marketing is how I got into it. That's kind of the overall industry that started me with the supplement company. It's a great way to teach you skills, like gave me the skills and exposure to get me into this. But if not that, I think where a lot of people go wrong is it's actually less about making content. It's more about actually adding value and finding how to connect with people through a screen. And that's where you're going to see a community and an audience with people, not necessarily just, you know, being an influencer or a content creator or making content. Because you can make the best content, but if you can't connect with people and add value and help them, then they're going to have no reason to follow you or follow along. So I think that that's my best advice, is to focus on things that aren't content creating first, and then build your skills on making content and being better at that. And that's kind of what I did, to be honest. So with DFYNE, people were asking if I buy the collections or if they're sent to the athletes. So they are sent to the athletes. So I'm so fortunate enough to get all of the product, but it means that they do it so that we can promote it before it comes out, so that you guys know how it fits, what it looks like, what size to get, all of that sort of stuff. So they don't have to do that on their end. It's just a way to market their new collection. It's really smart. And it means that we get the collections before, we get to try them, we get to share them with you guys, and we get them obviously complimentary. And then it helps you guys figure out what you want as well. And there are some things that we get and we're like, look, it didn't fit the way that we wanted, and that's when I like donate it to my friends, or I'll tell them not to send it to me if like I just feel like I wouldn't resonate with that. And yeah, that's kind of how it works. It's very easygoing, but it's a really great way to market the product on their end. I think it's really great, but there's only a small amount of athletes that get access to that. And there's different requirements and everything that people don't know. So I know that people say like, they feel like everybody, you know, all the athletes get it, but there's lots of rules and regulations that go on inside of the company to get that access and that exclusivity. A lot of people asking me how I became a DFYNE athlete, but they literally just messaged me. I think it was on Instagram, to be honest. It was literally from the account. Somebody asked me how I get the confidence to start posting, or like how I got the confidence. It was one of these things that I really wanted, and I didn't like the alternative of like what my accounting job was. So I was like, especially with getting myself out there with the sales job that I had, I did really have to step outside my comfort zone. So I was used to it. I was used to coming on to maybe a camera or talking to people that made me feel uncomfortable. So I was constantly in those situations because I really wanted to have a flexible lifestyle and like travel and do all of these things. So I had to get uncomfortable to kind of earn an income that way. And then when it came to content, that became really easy because I already kind of developed those skills from that job. So I think that's why I had so much confidence leading up to it, and also a lot of personal development. Like I feel like a lot of people lack confidence because they care about what people think, and once I broke through that, then there's no reason not to post this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, I'm helping people, and it's blessing somebody else. It's by me caring and having low confidence. It was about me. Does that make sense? Someone asked when I became a DFYNE athlete, and I became a DFYNE athlete almost exactly 2 years ago. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, but I love them. Someone asked why do I love DFYNE and what it looks like for their athletes. It's very simple, great community. We have a great group chat as well. Everybody is just like cheering each other on. Everybody is so like motivating and inspiring. It's really, really sweet. And I think I love DFYNE because they're unlike any other. They've really grown so fast, and for good reason, because they have such an incredible product, and they really hit a market that I think doesn't exist, in the sense of like at the moment when I look at gym brands, they're really setting the tone of like to come out with things and be innovative, and people are copying them because the product is so good. So on to everything nutrition and fitness and everything, questions that I get. So if you don't know my story, I went through obviously a muscle building phase like I mentioned, but I also then went through a fat loss phase. So I kind of lost myself, to be honest, in the sense of my stress levels were really high. I wasn't really focused too much on what I was eating. I just let myself go a little bit in the sense of just not really caring. And then I woke up literally on Boxing Day after Christmas and I was like, right, this is enough. I look like a puffer fish. I'll put photos here of like what my face used to look like, what my body used to look like, everything like that. And I said, right, I'm going on, I want to look shredded. Like I look good right now, but I think I could look better. And I did really think that I just had a round face, but I saw all these girls be like, you know, you can like lower your stress levels and cortisol. And I really did think maybe like I was just super stressed and inflamed. So I thought, why not? Let's just like lock in, see what happens, see if I progress, look better, whatever, who knows. I want to start prioritizing my health anyway, and these are my results. So these people ask also, when are the differences between results? So there's 1 year between each of these photos. So I started, I can't even remember what year now. I hate the years. It was at the end, it was Christmas, and then I do like December every single year. So I believe it was December 2022, 2023, and 2024. So a year between all the photos, because all my things that I put into my new life are lifestyle things. Like they were lifestyle changes that made me look the way that I did. It wasn't this quick fix, and health doesn't work that way. You really have to introduce things into your lifestyle and be consistent with them in order to see those results. So everybody asked me about my height. I'm very small. I'm 5'1", 5'2", somewhere around there. I'm very small. That's all you need to know. I'm a small girl. I won't ask how much I weigh, but I honestly don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. But that's because I don't have a scale. I literally just track everything based on how I look. Like I just want to go off that too, and how I feel as well. So a lot of people ask like, do I track? And the answer is no. So how I did it at the beginning of that phase was I was like tracking, and then I learned about my body, and you learn how to intuitively eat, because if you eat outside of that, you'll feel uncomfortable because you've almost trained your body to eat those things and feel really comfortable in those foods. And you just can't overeat clean foods, like in my opinion. Your body will tell you what you need. And once you start realizing the cravings that you're having like mean something, then that's when you can like start intuitively eating. So when I'm tired, in the middle of the day, I need carbs. Like I don't need sugars or caffeine. Like I literally just need that before a workout to have, you know, sugars with fibers and all these things that I learn, and things to like keep me full, and protein and all that sort of stuff. Once I learned that and how my body reacts to it, I literally took away all the tracking, and now I think my body tracks on its own essentially. And I was just making sure that I was getting enough protein, but now I make sure every single meal has 30 grams of protein in it, and that's 90, and that's without all of the snacking and everything that I have, and my little yoga bowl I have at night. So I know that I'm hitting like my 120 gram of protein goal every single day. And I don't need to worry. People were asking about my new workout split. I literally did, previously to this video, a full new workout split. And so essentially, I am not gonna even lie to you, I used to make fun of the Pilates girls, and I would be like, what is it even doing? Like I'm not sure, especially as a gym girly. And when you have those kinds of goals to use your body as recomposition and do that, you need to lift heavy in order to do that, and aggressive overload, things like that. And Pilates doesn't allow you to do that. It's really high rep, low weight. So I was always like, what are we doing? Like, what is the point? But now that my goals have changed, I have moved my split to something that's more interesting to me, and I'm gonna walk you through it. So when I went on that shred journey that I explained to you just before, I thought, okay, I need to do more cardio. So that's like when you go into fat loss phase, you think, okay, more cardio and calorie deficit, okay? So I started doing these HIIT cardio classes in this infrared heated sauna room. They also did Pilates, but I didn't do those. I did the HIIT classes, and then on top of that I did weight training. So I was doing like 4 HIIT classes a week and 5 weight training sessions. I was going nuts. But honestly, I wasn't seeing any difference in my inflammation. I was definitely losing body fat, because you can see it's coming off my stomach, but my face was still so inflamed, and I feel like I was still fluffy, if that makes sense. So that's what I was doing then. Then I cut out the classes and I started just walking in the morning. All the inflammation came off me. I started like really seeing my face slimmed down, and I did start seeing more results in my body fat percentage because I felt like my cortisol was lower. I will do a full video Q&A about this because I have a lot of questions on my YouTube about my video about like how to reduce inflammation, and also I showed my like cut face before and after on my Instagram, my TikTok, and I'm getting so many questions. So video will be coming soon, very, very soon, about all of my results on like how I personally saw results in reducing my cortisol levels and reducing my inflammation and all that topic. And essentially what happened was I cut that out, started walking, doing weight training, and I loved that. And I've done that for 3 years. I have this recent thing where I don't know, I used to see people online, I'm like, how do you get to this point? But I don't know. I am now this person where I'm bored. I'm just needing to spice it up to be interested in my workout routine and stay consistent, because I just stopped going to the gym completely, and I'm doing a lot of unpacking to figure out why that is. But for the meantime, I'm like, I want to do 2 workouts that I absolutely love in the gym, and then I'm going to do these heated Pilates classes just because the heat makes it feel productive, and I also don't need to build any more muscle, and I also don't feel like I need to lose any more body fat. If anything, I just want to stay active, and I want to feel a challenge, and that's exactly what these hot classes are. So now I do hot classes and hot like Pilates classes Mondays and Thursdays, and I go to the gym Wednesdays and Fridays, and I do a full upper body session, mainly back focused, to be honest, because that's my favorite body muscle section. I love building my back, love having a shredded back, and then glutes, obviously, duh. So that's my split at the moment, and you'll see that in the previous video. I do a whole video about it. You can literally watch my Pilates classes and everything. It's been a slay. Everyone's asking if I take creatine. No, I do not have creatine, which I wish I could. My body doesn't respond very well to it. I break out really badly. My stomach, my gut health just absolutely plummets. Some people, they can move past it, like they get that for the beginning and then they move past it and they're completely fine. For me, that didn't happen. I just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I was like, right, okay, I'm not like most people. I don't think I can have it, but I've been seeing the results without creatine, so I think I'm okay. People were asking what I think my biggest contributor to abs is in terms of macros, and she said low carbs, and I think that's, for me, that was completely false. When I started upping my carbs, I actually saw more results. But for me personally, that's the thing. It's like, diet is something that's so personal. You have to do a lot of trial and error. So just figure out what your body likes and trial and error a bunch of foods and recipes and ways to eat. And that's where you're gonna learn, okay, I feel really lean right now. What am I eating? You know, I feel really good. And there's also obviously things like contribute, like your times of the month and everything like that. But it is gonna be a lot of trial and error and figuring out what your body responds well to. So definitely keep that in mind. People are like, when you're kind of working towards your health goals, when do you have like I guess a cheat meal? I do follow the 80-20 rule, and I will have something, to be honest, my yoga bowls a night are my 20% because I'm having like dark chocolate and honey on them and everything like that, but I try and keep it whole foods because I just feel so bad at the moment when I'm having seed oils and everything like that. So I have been trying to like cut out those things, but if I have something naughty, like eating out in the sense of like maybe things with seed oils that I know that are going to make me feel bad, I will just do it on a weekend and go out for dinner and have some drinks with my friends, or like do something cute, right? So I just keep it to the weekends. Like, it's just a fun vibe, because at the end of the day, I'm only eating these things to really socialize with other people or like have vibes, you know? I love food, and I love, you know, socializing with my friends and having it as like a community thing, because I'm cooking all the time at home. So I love going out to eat and enjoying it and with people that I love, you know? Someone asked something in your workout or daily routine that you couldn't live without that really helped you progress. Oh my goodness. I think my first thing that comes to instinct is the energy fizz supplements. So they're these energy supplements that are in a packet, and they're made from green tea, so they give you a long lasting energy. And people always say caffeine and soft drink is like the thing that gets them through either like a calorie deficit or like seeing the results that they want, because soft drink is like, it's sweet, and caffeine, it stops like your, I guess it'd be an appetite suppressant, I guess. And this is a mixture of two, but it doesn't crash, because I feel like when you're in this phase of like loving caffeine and soft drink, you're just on an up and down spiral, where they give you like this progressive, amazing energy, and you can just have 2 a day. And I look forward to them. They come in a packet. I can take them anywhere I want. So when I discovered this, I'm like, how did I live without these, you know? So that was one thing that I think that like now it's in my routine, I just can't have without it. But also like walking in the morning now, I think really saw the most amount of progress for my body, for my mind, everything. Just walking first thing in the morning has helped me so much. And when my friend recommended it to me and said, I think you really need this, and it's been so good for me, and I started doing it, I was like, wow, I really get the hype now. It's not just like for funsies, like it's really working. So walking is one of those things. So random, but it really is. Then somebody asked, when I travel, can I put those energy supplements in my check-in carriage? Yes, you can put them anywhere. I never get stopped for them. It's just a supplement, and they can read all about it on it, you know, so I never get stopped for any of my supplements. You can absolutely travel with them. And somebody asked how long did it take to see my physique now? And I mentioned that those progress photos were like a couple of years. So I started seeing results. Like I noticed a significant difference every 3 months. Like every 3 months I would take a photo and look at myself and be like, wow, I've really seen progress. So yes, it's a long-term journey and it's a lifestyle change, but you will start seeing results, and you should see them every like 2 to 3 months, and you'll just get better and better and better. And that's a really exciting thing about it, is just gonna feel better and look better if you start implementing things into your life that are actually healthy lifestyle changes and not just like quick fixes, you know, or quick things that are quick result driven. Someone asked if it's too late to get fit if you're 33 years old. Absolutely not, girl. You go to the gym and you start to eat healthy now. You're only a third of the way into your life, like literally. And somebody asked for more vlogs and morning routines and stuff like that. So if you have any suggestions on what you guys want me to make on YouTube and on this platform, I guess, yeah, comment it, because I want to know what to post and what you guys want to see. Even if it's more sit down videos like this, like please let me know and give me the feedback on what you guys like. Someone asked how I stayed so consistent, and I'm just gonna leave it with this as well. It's just like consistency is one of those things that it's like it's asking somebody to me like, how do you brush your teeth every single day? Like it is that discipline of doing it every single day that you become so consistent, because that's all you know and it's now a part of your life. So you have to make these practices a part of your routine and a part of your lifestyle and really prioritize them. And then when you start doing that for a long period of time, it will just be second nature to you, and it will be easy to stay consistent. And then it becomes harder not to do them. So if I don't eat healthy, if I don't meal prep my meals or make my meals or go to the gym, that's harder for me than it is not to do those things. So yeah, that's literally how I stay consistent, is to make it so good that it's literally hard to go back. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you have any questions or suggestions or recommendations on what you want to see from this channel, what you want to know about me, please leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope you guys follow me on other platforms and keep up to date with me on a daily basis. But I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.